Hello guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play, and today we are going to be mining for diamonds.
Hey y'all, we're here with another Best Team video. As you can see, my Pokemon Emerald Best Team video did quite well, amassing a staggering 2 million views. So I figured why not do another one. After all, this is the channel that is dedicated to finding the best team for every Pokemon game that is out there. Now if you're new to this channel, which you probably are, you know that there are other channels that have already made videos discussing the best team for Pokemon Platinum, most notably Mystic Umbreon. So why the hell would you listen to a nobody like me? Well, I'm sure you're aware of how difficult it is to beat Champion Cynthia, right? Her team has a wide variety of types and coverage, and her Garchomp is a nightmare to take down. Do you think it is possible to beat an S-tier team like hers that has Pokemon at level 58 and as high as level 62 with a team that has members below level 50? Well, yeah, you did it with Wolfie VGC's team! Okay. Yeah, it's possible to do that. But how about using a team whose members are below level 45?
Oh, hell no!
Well, I managed to do just that. And I can guarantee you, I did not break any of my playthrough rules like the ban on revives and X items. If you want to know the rules I use for playthroughs, well, that's for another video series that I will be starting using Wolfie VGC's best team. By the way, drop your best team in the comment section below for a chance to be featured in that series. That about wraps up the introduction, so let's delve into my best team for Pokemon Platinum. But first, if you saw my Pokemon Emerald best team playthrough video, you'd know that I beat the two hardest obstacles on the third try. I first mentioned sponsors in my Emerald best team video, and mentioned them a second time in my Emerald playthrough video. Since the third time seems to be the charm, perhaps mentioning a sponsor for the third time will be the time I actually have one for a video. And yeah, I don't. Of course, the third time charm doesn't work when I actually ask for it. I don't know when I'll be able to tell my parents I've done anything worthwhile in my life. Oh well. But hey, at least I have more than 70 subscribers now. Don't! So my approach for constructing a best team in a Pokemon playthrough is identifying the areas in the game where without the right members, I will be forced to commit genocide on a bunch of poor and innocent Bidoofs to raise my Pokemon to a higher level before being able to overcome them. I mean, look at this! He's so adorable, and yet he's being mercilessly attacked. Doesn't that make you sad? You do realize that if you take this route, you're going to have to do that hundreds of times, so what are essentially Pokemon bystanders, because you do not know what to do to beat the opponent in front of you. Don't take out your ineptitude on these little fellows. I beg of you. Anyways, in terms of obstacles for Pokemon Platinum, the biggest one is definitely Champion Cynthia herself. Her entire team is a pain to take down, but her Garchomp is especially menacing. Even though she has a 4x weakness to ice, she will outspeed any ice-type Pokemon that is at level 45 and will one-shot them with the move Flamethrower, so taking her down is not as straightforward as it appears. Sure, you can use a Water-type that knows an Ice-type move, but at level 45, it will definitely not one-shot Garchomp. It is more likely that Garchomp will defeat that Water-type with 2 Dragon Rushes, or maybe even just one will do the trick, because Garchomp is just that strong. So, what do? Well, it turns out that there is one Pokemon that is a Water-type and is capable of lowering Garchomp's attack stats simply by entering the battlefield. I'm referring to Gyarados and his ability, Intimidate. The key to overcoming Garchomp is spamming that Intimidate ability by switching him in and out with another Pokemon to make Garchomp's attack stats so weak that she has to rely on Flamethrower to deal strong neutral damage, which is useless against Gyarados due to his Water typing. However, there is a little bit of a problem with this strategy. You see, the Pokemon that we use to replace Gyarados after each Intimidate will have to shoulder Garchomp's attacks while they are still at full strength, or relatively high strength. Are we just going to sack one of our Pokemon to give Gyarados a fighting chance against her? Or is there perhaps a way to use his Pokemon to help Gyarados in lowering Garchomp's attack to a survivable level? As you know, Gyarados lowers Garchomp's attack because of his ability, but Gyarados is not the only Pokemon with that ability. There is another Pokemon with Intimidate that is known to be the strongest in-game flying type of all time. This Pokemon is Staraptor. I had been debating with myself for a while on whether to use Staraptor or Togekiss' Flyer for my best team, as I used Togekiss on my team that beat Tower Tycoon Palmer in the post-game. But I ultimately chose Staraptor because it is the best Pokemon for supporting Gyarados' pivot strategy. I'm sorry, Luxray, but unfortunately you do not make the cut. These two working together will make Garchomp beatable despite being so much stronger and many levels higher than the entire team's Pokemon. Once her attack is weakened, Gyarados can set up Dragon Dance to outspeed and one-shot Garchomp as well as Togekiss and Roserade with the move Ice Fang. But what about Spiritomb, Milotic, and Lucario? Well, Let's forget about them first and discuss the second biggest obstacle in this game, Elite Four Lucian. Psychic teams were the biggest problem for my Pokemon Emerald best team, and they are also a problem here. Psychic types deal a lot of neutral damage, especially when a Pokemon is lower than level 45. The only Pokemon that have a type advantage against them is Dark, with its immunity. Bug and Ghost are super effective as well, but are neutrally vulnerable to Psychic. The problem with relying on the Dark type to beat Lucian is that Alakazam outspeeds all underleveled Dark types and knows Focus Blast, making it likely that they will be one-shotted by him. Alakazam is capable of sweeping teams without a proper game plan to take him down. Now, let's go back to Cynthia, Spiritomb, Milotic, and Lucario. There is one thing in common with Lucian's Psychic types and these three Pokemon that is exploitable. Their primary weapons are special attacks. In Pokemon Platinum, there is a Pokemon that makes all special attackers useless duds because she is so bulky and can constantly restore her HP. False White Gaming made a video about her viability in the competitive scene, which is over an hour long, and Pokemon Challenges identified this Pokemon as the strongest one in the game. This Pokemon is Blissey. Jesus, even with a 10 level gap, a special attacker's strongest stab move will at most take away a quarter of Blissey's health. Blissey can poison that Pokemon with the move Toxic, and then use Soft Boil to recover her lost HP. All the Pokemon I mentioned above, they'll be swept away with this strategy. Elite Four Flint's Fire types are dead to this strategy as well. Now, Lucario is a Steel type, making him immune to Toxic, but there is a different strategy for taking down Lucario. It involves using Gyarados' Intimidate to progressively lower his attack stat, and then pivoting into another Pokemon that is resistant to Rock types, since it is likely that Lucario will attempt to defeat Gyarados using Stone Edge. I believe the best type to do the job is Ground, since it can also be used to take down Volkner's Electric Gym. Instinctively, you may have blurted out Garchomp as the best ground type to fulfill this role, but you would be wrong. You see, Gabite does not evolve into Garchomp until level 48, making her too over-leveled to be included on the best team. We then are left with what's actually a lot of options, but the bulkiest options that are not trait evolutions are Hippowdon and Torterra. There's one thing Hippowdon has that Torterra does not, which is the move Yawn. Another major obstacle in this playthrough is Elite Four Bertha's Gliscor, who knows the move Thunderfang that will one-shot Gyarados, the Pokemon with a type advantage against her Pokemon, and also has the ability Hyper Cutter, meaning her attack stat cannot be lowered by Intimidate. This gives her the potential to sweep the entire team, but thanks to Hippowdon's Yawn, Gyarados can take her out safely while she is asleep. Torterra is still a great choice as a ground type, but only if he is bulky enough to tank an Ice Fang and use Leech Seed. However, if you pick Torterra, he will be your starter of choice. A Fire-type Pokemon is needed to take down Elite Four Aaron's Scizor and Candace's Ice Gym. While Houndoom is a viable option, Infernape has a secondary Fighting type, which is needed to take down rival Barry Snorlax in your last battle before challenging Elite Four. Since Hippowdon slightly edges out Torterra as the ground type, and Infernape slightly edges out Houndoom as a fire type, I believe it is better to choose Infernape as your starter instead of Torterra. Look at that. For taking down just Cynthia, we already picked out 5 out of the 6 members for the best team. In Pokemon Emerald, the first 5 members of the best team were chosen based on the difficult obstacles presented by all the gyms. In Pokemon Platinum, Cynthia alone required these 5 members. She's really something else, I gotta say. How then do we choose our 6th member? Well, the first 5 Pokemon consist of the types Water, Flying, Fire, Ground, and Normal. They have a glaring weakness to Wake's Water-type Pokemon, meaning we need a Pokemon strong against that. But do we opt for an Electric type or a Grass type to take down this gym? This is not an easy choice to make, since Gyarados can only be taken out by an Electric type, and Quagsire is only weak to Grass. But for me, the tiebreaker lies not in this gym, but in the Elite Four. Specifically, I am referring to Aaron's Yanmega, who can pose a really big problem to teams that do not immediately take him out because of his Speed Boost ability, as well as the move Air Slash that can cause your Pokemon to flinch. Yanmega is a Bug and Flying type, making the Electric type the better choice. Another obstacle that further breaks his tie is Galactic Leader Cyrus, who has the Gyarados, Crobat, and Honchkrow, all of which are weak to the Electric type when you battle him in the Distortion world. By the way, I really love the Diamond and Pearl remakes that recently came out because they transformed the evil, menacing Cyrus from a terrifying villain bent on dominating the world into this cute little boy. Look at him here! Aw, such an adorable anime baby Hitler. Who's gonna take over the world? You're gonna take over the world.
Nice.
However, what electric Pokemon do we choose for this team? The 3 strongest electric Pokemon in the game are Rotom, Jolteon, and Magneton. Magneton is eliminated from the possible choices because you cannot catch him or her until after defeating Wake. Rotom and Jolteon are both strong, but there's one factor I use to decide the winner. Rotom cannot reach his fullest potential unless you use one of his 5 alternate forms, which requires access to the Rotom Key. You cannot get this item unless you use a cheat code, which is a shame for people who still use the original Nintendo DS and do not have an action replay. Therefore, Jolteon is the best option simply because of his accessibility. And those are the members I used to beat Pokemon Platinum with a team that was lower than level 45. I thought I had been able to create the best team way back when I beat the game with a team that was at level 50, but my determination to do even better led me to this team. I still wonder if it is possible to create a team that surpasses even this one. Because of the endless possibilities that are out there, I will be starting a new series titled, Is Your Pokemon Team the Very Best? There will be one series dedicated to each game. I have my own best teams for the main series games and will be posting videos for those games discussing why I believe they are the best. But I know that you guys have your own ideas for the best teams to use. I invite you to describe what you believe to be the best team for your favorite Pokemon games in the comment section below. The ones that catch my attention will be featured in the new series. I will use your team in a playthrough of that game and provide commentary on its performance. You will be able to see how well your team performs in-game, and so will the rest of the Pokemon community, making your presence well known. Well, that's if I'm able to gather a big enough audience for more people to watch those videos. Do hit that subscribe button and like my video so that the word will spread to the rest of the passionate Pokemon gamers that are out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the answer I have arrived at after playing Pokemon Platinum more times than I can count on my fingers with planned out teams. I have my best teams in mind already for Pokemon Black and White 2, and Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so look forward to those videos. Teams for Leaf Green and Fire Red as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver are in the works as well. I also will feature Wolfie VGC's best team in my first episode of the new series I have planned out. For those that watched my teaser video of me using his team against Cynthia, I think this video would be a more entertaining way of showcasing his team's strengths and weaknesses than a narrative critique of his team. I have a lot of ideas in my mind, but that is it for this video. I hope you will support me and help my channel grow. Thanks a lot, guys. YFuego, signing out.